Hello? What's up? Alright. If I'm off, I'll be there. If I'm off, I'll be there. Plumber? No, but I could tell him. I can get in touch with him. I'll let him know. No. Alright. Alright. The fuck?
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Smith. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Spinning away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Ty Johnson, rookie 6th-rounder from Maryland. A nice little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
Let's get off the field, D. Check it back, check it back.
What's up, boo?
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Smith. A deep ball for Dotson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Go, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Pick
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Vernon Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Detroit.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On first down, Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Good sound, baby. I think they're trying to go a little too realistic and it's fucking the game up, man. The passing, they're throwing the passing off, man.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Check 50. Check 50.
A A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll go down right around the 47.
If you're going to make the game hard, to make the game
6
hard.
yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But don't
a quick
keep
burst there, and
fucking
he
with
nicely
the game
bit
play.
off a pretty decent game.
I just...
56.
It's kind of love-hate with this one. It looks better,
Now a first down throw.
but at the sake of the game playing better.
And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
But there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete. But they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go!
3rd and 2, Stafford. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
Franklin lead.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
That's why we're not in that league.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Smith. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Get it. From the gun, here's Smith. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington.
I got the Lions. They got a rule, you can't call the same play back to back.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. These two teams all tied after one. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
fucking roster they use.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Waiting. Watch the out. Check safety. 40 got. Check 24. Stay 50.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Zach, Lions. I just took over the Lions, right? It was like
and
week
that
2
makes the score 14-7.
and I ain't doing too good right now, but they had this fucking 4th-string rookie running back, Ty Johnson. Niggas was 66 overall, right? And he got a 92 in speed.
After the touchdown, out is
Nigga,
Prater.
I done got 1,000 yards with this nigga already. Yeah. And he's fast. Man, I've been killing niggas. I got 2 touchdowns and like 140-something yards right now on a nigga with this dude. Nigga was a 66 overall. I got him up to 71 already.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Right.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But
One thing to keep in
see,
mind,
that's what
partner,
they did
especially
with
in the
this
second
match.
half, when you've got a running back of
Like
this
a
size and these
67
dimensions,
this year
I
is
can
like
just tell
a
you,
74
attrition does
last
set
year.
in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first
Because
half.
they stretched
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these
out.
shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now, he a rookie?
Here's Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On first down, this is Geis. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns.
Right, if you
It
use
confuses the blocking
you know what I'm saying,
assignments.
you
It
can
doesn't
get
allow
that-
those
all that
offensive
shit
linemen to
get
get
built
up to
up.
the second level.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Right.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Right. Yep. At home. Rob's up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
In on the stop, Mason Foster, who was 7th in the NFL in tackles a year ago.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 left.
They're not ready. Big 20. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended to receive.
Hey, boo-boo.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
50, set, go 20, set 56, 32, slam, kill. Check 9.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Yeah, them niggas watching everything.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Johnson. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Two-jet bomber. Kill.
To throw on 3rd down, Smith. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. If you got the good-sized lead, no need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
All right.
The final shot before the break. Stafford completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3.
My dad. My mama had called asked me to go get some Dramamine for him.
The 20-yard line.
But he called back and said that Shelly had something. She gonna bring it to him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They give to Johnson going right. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
56. Mike, 56.
Now Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Out of the gun, Smith. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And that's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Two times.
Smith hands off to Geis. Rashawn Melvin in on the stop.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 35 on second down, Smith. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On the way home. She enjoying herself.
Here's Stafford. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matthew Ioannidis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Here's Johnson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Should be legally an adult.
Smith on first
17,
down.
17.
Escaping
You can
the
go to
pressure
jail.
right.
You can't buy like alcohol.
And he slides to
Like
avoid
you can go to
the
real
hit.
jail at
They'll
17.
wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him
Why
with
you can't
2nd
buy
and a
tobacco
yard.
product?
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
I got you. I got an alpha. Let's go.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st down, it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Smith. Uncorks one for Davis. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is brought in at the 21. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Stafford now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Johnson. And an alley to run. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trying to eat tonight, boo-boo.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Stanford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Stanford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the ball is knocked out. But the Redskins look to get this one back. And indeed they did. It's still Washington football. Into the end zone. Washington Redskins touchdown.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
After the interception, here's Smith. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
Right there, 56. Watch us slap, watch us slap.
Third and long, it's Stafford. Well, this is taken in, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Just like that. Under 10.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Come to my work. We won. Come to my work.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Alert.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z, and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Smith to throw again. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
On first down, it's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments. Well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on second down. Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw is Smith. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. Now it's Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Geis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Smith now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No. Pretty early on. So for the Lions, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6.
Now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with
The Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.